Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Age of Wonders Planetfall, where we have eliminated the treacherous Syndicate? Were they Syndicate? They were something. Whoever those guys were, they were treacherous and they've been eliminated. And we are drawing close to a step in our dimensional mastery research. One of the things we need to do to get the Doomsday weapon running. I don't actually remember what the other one was. There were two different texts that we were going to have to research, right? And then I don't remember what else we had to do. Doomsday Victory, here we go. We'll have to build the Doomsday structures, we'll have to defend them for 10 turns. Of course, you assume that when we actually construct them, the other players are going to get really hostile. Other players will receive event notifications when a player is building the structures and when the final operation is being prepared for launch. So we're probably going to have to endure quite a few turns of open hostility from all directions. Fortunately, there's nobody to our west to be hostile to us anymore. So look at that, it was planning ahead was what it was. Okay, Tier 4 and Tier 10 are the two researches. So let's go have a look at Tier 4. Okay, Phase Manipulator Program gives us, okay, some guns and stuff. We picked up this. Right, okay. The Dimensional Amplifier Tower unlocks the Dimensional Rift Doomsday Weapon. Each tower you build increases the level of the weapon. Only one tower may be built per colony. Okay, so this is the other thing we're going to need. Can we queue that up? Did I just... Okay, there it is. It is queued. Shouldn't take too long to get through it. Then we got to do all this building and stuff, but we're getting there. Actually, should we reverse those? Maybe we should do this first so that we can start building the towers. Research that one. And then we'll come back and finish this instead. Yeah. Okay. So it said the rift would have to be at... Hold on, there was a tooltip here. Requires instability rift level 3. I wonder if that means that we just have to have 3 towers? Once we start building them, I'm sure it will become clearer. We have lots of space now. We have lots of places to build. We have to keep an eye on the other players, but it might be a good idea for us to try to build this stuff, like, out here, away from everybody. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I have a remarkable amount of faith in the plan. Considering how ignorant I still am about the game mechanics, maybe I should be a little bit less comfortable with the ideas. Alright, how are we doing on... Okay, we're still producing the last couple of flying units. Someday we're going to kill these sci-fish. I know I've been talking about this forever. Okay, the golem over here... To be perfectly honest, maybe he doesn't need to run this way anymore. Maybe he has other better stuff to do. Oh, my hero resurrection protocol is ready. So target an owned colony. I would like it to be down here, probably. Okay. So I did not get to choose. We had 2 heroes dead, right? I would like to do the protocol again, please. Alright, I think we took your gun away, but then we changed our whole deal, so you can probably have your gun back. Was he using the Scorcher? I really like this dazzling rifle, the ability to blind people. But the Scorcher's pretty cool too, with the shot that goes through enemies. And then, yeah, Infernal Launcher? How about that? And then for some reason, he's not allowed to use the flechette ammo, despite the fact that he is definitely using a gun. I guess this is a laser weapon? It says only one kind of ammunition can be active at any time, but it is the case that only one is active. I don't know what's up with that. See, there's a version of flechette that he can't use and a version that he can use. Nope, he can't use either of them. That's weird. It's weird that they're reported as 2 different items, but whatever. Let's just give him some basic stuff here. I want to make sure he's ready to fight, because he's probably going to have to fight. Yeah, sure. Actually, Demolisher on his weapon with the splash and everything is probably pretty useful. And he doesn't have piloting, right? Yeah, he's not the one with piloting. I think the other guy who is dead had piloting. Maybe that's what I'm remembering. Boy, what was I doing? This is the problem with recording videos over the course of several days. It's very easy to forget what your plan was. Now, let's merge you guys up. And at this point, we could probably start actually killing people. Probably just like fly over there and start murking dudes, but I'm a little worried about 6 of them on top of... It looks like maybe there's no militia involved in their actual dwelling building, but they still have 1,200 army power. Probably behooves us to be a little bit cautious. So let's see, I was probably heading these guys up in the direction of this area, but I don't know that I want to anymore. I guess we gotta clear out some of these marauders, right? Can we... Okay, we can interact with this sector. Okay, we're claiming it. We have touched it and are now claiming it. Maybe just wait right here. Over here, we were definitely headed for this. Colony Militia power 800 with a 780 power army on top of it. I'm not 100% certain that I think we can do that. This we should be able to pull off. We gotta just, like, clear out some of the hostiles around here, right? I don't want to have to leave a bunch of people in position, and we should probably manual. I don't want to have to leave a bunch of people in defensive positions over here, because it sounds like we might get into some serious trouble once we start building these doomsday towers. Ooh, what is that thing? That's cool. Yeah, that is a pretty neat looking unit. Sci-Tech blasters. Got an arc weakness, so that's not going to serve him very well. Alright. I don't have to stress too much about this. I think we're definitely going to try to get through this without using any tactical operations if we can get away with it, because I would love to preserve all that power for other things. Now, let's start with the sniper. He's got a very bad attack right now. I would love to start shooting at that flying thing. How close do we have to get for that to work out? Actually, we can never hit it. I guess it's pretty far back. Yeah, it is. Alright, well, I think we probably want to just like run up into a good cover position and we'll figure it out afterward. This is pretty flankable. Remarkably, the Vorpal Sniper is also one of the people on the team with the largest amounts of health, so we don't have to be too afraid of exposing him. I think I want to run to this side. Only a 16% chance to hit. Well, unfortunately, he cannot overwatch, so it's this or nothing. Hey, look at that. That was better than nothing. You guys probably do not yet commit your Void Clone. Well, a lot of these, Oh, I have the Inspector selected. I was trying to get the Echo Walkers there. I was going to say, how are they not getting cover from any of this stuff? But it's because they were not the ones selected. Obviously, I'm a little bit nervous about the jellyfish. Jellyfish do quite a lot of damage. Maybe I do go ahead and make the clone this turn. No, I'm just gonna run forward and go into, oh, you know, I think I ran too far forward for defense mode. Whatever, we don't need no stinking defense mode. We probably are not gonna get a lot of good damage on this first turn here. I'm gonna make sure I'm threatening from both sides with my melee units. And then with the flyers, we can probably do some weird stuff. And an Infernal Launcher over here. What does their defense mode do exactly? Okay, it's just the totally totally normal one. We probably want to wait. I'm just going to move up to, like, here. And Overwatch. Yeah, arc resistance is a real pain. Well, we may get a little bit of damage in. Okay. Fascination on probably not terribly important units. I was gonna say, boy, none of these Overwatches are getting triggered, huh? That wasn't so bad. So you're fascinated and you're fascinated? Yeah, we can probably deal with those. All we have to do is cause a stagger, right? I think this seems pretty solid. And then we could do pretty much the same thing on this side. We could run over here and then put up our mirror image. God, I love being able to run through cover. Alright, you stagger him. And then do we just continue to work on him, or do we start working on this guy? I'm not even sure yet. Hold on. But now we have a little bit more of an opening. So we definitely want to kill these two. Or they start doing all their AoE damage. Let's see, we could roll forward here. We do have our arc strike, which bounces, or we could try 2 shots with the arc thrower. These guys have a little bit of arc resistance, so we probably want to do the arc strike. We want to hit fewer times for more damage per hit, because I believe the arc resistance is a flat reduction. Man, if we step to right here, we don't get the green hit chance. That's a real shame. Alright. Let's see if we can kill this guy before he gets a turn. I'm going to float over to here, and then... Wait, not enough action points to do the arc strike, which only costs 1 action point? Oh, it's 0 range. Well, never mind then. Just do this. I wanted to get the bounce, but this'll have to do. Okay, and that means that you are pretty clearly just hitting this guy. Alright, robbing them of all their action points seems pretty important. So we don't have a lot of actions left, and I would love to actually kill some stuff, but I don't think it's going to happen. So that leaves him at 8 health. Actually, this has a pretty good chance of doing it. I was going to heal the hero, but maybe that's not necessary. Like, it's way better that we kill a unit, right? And then we could try for, like a shredder bomb or something, but I think we're probably okay. Ooh. Managed to critically overwatch those guys pretty good. Alright. Yeah, good melee overwatches, everybody. Really tore into them here. You can probably... Wow, no. You do not have any kind of shot on that guy. He only has 9 health. Okay, I lose my shot entirely if I go basically anywhere. I'm just going to try for this. So every time that appears, we get critical hits. It's a little bit of a spoiler. It lets me know what's going on with the attack before maybe I should know. This guy is just completely swamped. But we have gotten him pretty good with the dimensional instability. I think it would be a little foolish not to heal our hero now. Okay, does that put him into a place where we can reasonably finish him off from down here? Yeah, maybe. We have to hit 2 of these. Okay. Yo, Echo Walkers are just very good, it seems like. What an extremely powerful unit. Okay, Energy Development 2 is finished. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't know what we are looking for from our non-military development here. I suppose more production. We build the Doomsday Weapon things faster. We got Energy Siphoned, which is a real shame. Okay, that's still priming. Oh, because it's still my turn. For some reason, I had it in my head that was happening on the enemy turn. Well, let's head down here to the Malachite Cliffs and claim them as our own. And then I guess this army can just chill out here. I do want to take Salaneth, but we're not really in position to do it yet. Is this... No, we do not get a bonus for visiting that. Okay, yeah, I guess just head back out along the road. We're just not in a place to take out Salaneth. You guys... I guess run over here to meet up with that. I didn't even remember that I was building an Echo Walker. That may not be a build. That might be something we received for some other reason. We're pretty happy, so I guess research sectors, just like continue getting better at stuff. We need more industry than research at this point, but you can never have enough science, right? That's not true. At some point you will cap out the tree, but prior to that it's hard to have enough science. So for the moment, we're pretty much just banking resources. I don't really have a great sense of what we're going to need. You know, that's what these initial games are for. They're for figuring out how we win, for figuring out what things we need to win. It feels like you could get over here and become part of this. In fact, I'm going to have these guys back up, join you, and then the lot of you run over to meet your hero. Alright, we're ready to start messing things up. The other flyer is coming, but he's a little bit on the slow side. You are also definitely just meeting up with these guys. Gotta make sure we have a couple of stacks in ready defensive positions. Okay, so right now this is a forward base. I guess once Asenath gets to 16, we can just take it over. So here's something I'm not 100% clear on. Marauder units that are created by you defeating another faction don't quite have the same like army banner. You know, normal Marauder units, they have that bright red one that marks them as like obviously very hostile. I don't know if these guys are going to come after us or not. I don't know how safe it is to leave Asenath undefended, but I think we're going to head back in the direction of the rest of the Empire. I am the most despicable commander on the planet. That's probably true. I've wronged you in the past. Definitely not true. Building too close to you. Yeah, that's fair. And I am held in low esteem among your people. She is human. I think the Vanguard and the Syndicate are the same race? No, they're treated as different races. And I am not, in fact, held in poor esteem amongst those people. Okay. So she's going to declare war on me. She's explicitly telling me. Well, definitely good to get our armies moving back toward the front with her then. Yep, and there's the declaration. Our people are just overjoyed to be involved in this war. Alright, Prism Peaks was taken. I don't care about that at all. So she could come at us from... I mean, pretty much just from the south. I don't think I care about this war. I don't think this matters at all. I don't care about that either. Victory condition, Doomsday. Research dimensional control, build 3 amplifiers, research dimensional cascade, then launch the dimensional cascade. Right, and that's the research that we're on right now. And then defend your amplifier towers for 10 turns. So we want to build them away from the front when possible. Which I think makes... I think that's pretty easy for us. Energy cost of Doomsday structures and operations reduced by 30%. That's a pretty good doctrine. Because I think a lot of our cities that are far from the front, like the capital, are where we're going to want to be building the towers anyway. Okay, so that's done. Can we get this thing over into fighting range? No, we cannot. Not yet. Now let's merge up because all of a sudden you guys are the forward defense force. And I mean, we can do this. This should not be a problem. It's listed as a low-risk battle. You would think it would be totally safe. I'm gonna manual it, I guess, just to be on the safe side. This would be a bad time to lose units foolishly, considering we're about to be attacked from this side, like very, very soon. And the terrain is, oh, I was gonna say largely irrelevant. Okay, no, that was not an explosion of the, wasn't it? Wait, maybe it was. This guy has been oil spilled. Okay, that doesn't matter. So that Wild Harrier is pretty large. There's resistance to status effects, and yeah, okay, we're gonna have to kill that thing quickly. The Arc Thrower only has 5 range, unfortunately. And we cannot go into Overwatch. They only have Swoop, though. Like, I almost just don't want to do anything this turn. I guess we can kind of make a concave. But we don't really want to move forward. Just make sure that when they come for us, we are in good position to pounce on them immediately. Do you have a buff or anything that you should be casting on this first turn? Yes, we should definitely Arc Charge. And the normal ones can do that as well. No, you can't? Okay. That was weird. Click, click, click. Yeah, if you try to issue an order before, it seems like before the tooltip for somebody arc charging actually goes away, the order just doesn't get given. Really, they're just gonna stand back and wait, huh? Well, okay. I guess we can run forward and arc strike them all. We have our buff up. It is definitely in our best interest to start doing it. Oh right, this is point blank. Never mind. Let's figure out what everybody's gonna have to move way up in order to actually get shots off. We have pretty short range weapons. I was pretty surprised to see them do literally nothing on their turn. Caught me off guard, maybe a little more than it should have. I kind of think I want to have the Unleash just go all the way in, even though this is not... Like, they're not going to be able to do any attacking or anything. Because I want the enemies to attack them, if possible. Losing an Unleashed hurts way less than losing a Lightning Rider. And then we just shoot... I mean, we're not going to be able to do much damage, unfortunately. We want to focus a little bit, but because of our short-ranged attacks, we kind of can't. Okay, that was pretty good. And thanks to the crits, we managed to strip some action points off of him. Alright, they're not focusing their fire. And they are focusing on the less important units, which is great for us. Okay, we probably have got this. And then you actually could do an arc strike. But the nearest guys are a little bit further away than I would like. So you can do this right here. Is there a way to place this such that... No, we're not going to be able to place it so that it includes that guy without including our own units as well. This is totally fine, though. Oh, wait, I want it to not include... That's... If we put it right here, for some reason, it's not hitting this guy anymore? It's not. That doesn't seem right. That shouldn't be the way that is. Okay, how about right here? Oh, I did just run us through an Overwatch. Okay, you know what? That's my bad for not thinking that it would definitely take the worst possible path. It shouldn't, but that's like so much the video game thing to do, right? Cool, just shooting in the wrong direction so that you hit my own units. Wonderful. Well, change your facing, I guess? Yeah, that's pretty great, because now we can't actually even kill the units we want to kill. So that turns out pretty badly for us in a whole bunch of ways. Alright, nice to see the enemies completely obsessed with killing the least consequential of our units, though. That does really help. It does suck to be all arc damage while fighting Psyfish. Really did not work out in our favor. So that was the smaller, weaker of their armies. Which tells me that we are nowhere near ready to take on the other guys over here. Let's fall back and merge up. And we're going to need another flyer. But I don't know where we're going to get another flyer. Okay, you don't actually have any movement left. We were misled. I mean, we pretty much just have to bounce, right? There's too much going on over here. If the Marauders come over and attack Asenath, then oh well. Yeah, we probably should run this. I don't think we necessarily have to be afraid of Secto right at the moment. Just run it here, I guess. There's Calliope. Calliope is the one I was really waiting for. Let's get you your dazzling rifle. Shield Breacher rifle does 12 impact, bypasses a bunch of shields. I mean, as you might imagine from the name. Dazzling Rifle does not do as much raw damage, but like the blind is pretty valuable. Okay, support change to Adoring, lots of stuff's happening. We could Void Storm just to mess with them, but we don't really need to. I'm not sure that it really benefits me. We don't need a ton of influence anymore, so we could Energy Siphon just to be a jerk. I imagine you can Energy Siphon an enemy player, that you don't have to, like, be in a good diplomatic place with them. So as cities finish the things that we have them doing already, we need to start transitioning into building the Doomsday Towers. What's going on in the capital? Wait, where am I relative to... Here it is. In the capital, we were building some stuff that we don't really need. I still don't care about it. Secto is gonna... Yep, okay. Secto's also gonna declare war on me. I mean, that's pretty transparent. Virtual Entertainment Plaza is like, I get it, I get what you're going for, but perhaps we should build one of these instead. So you have to build it in an external sector. You can't build it like in the capital. That's interesting. Well, these take a while to put up. I guess Shelving Canyons makes the most sense in... Ooh, Wondrous Ruins might be better. What I was going to say about Shelving Canyons is it's the most defensible from our other territories. But that's actually more true for Wondrous Ruins. It's like right in the middle of the Empire. Okay. Get to work on that. Take that seriously. You could build one. Actually, they cost quite a bit of Cosmite. Yeah, we're going to have to work on our Cosmite stores. Let's go ahead and siphon success chance too low. Okay. Our success chance for siphoning from everybody is too low. Well, never mind then. Hey, energy buyouts. Am I allowed to energy buy out these things? I'm going to assume no. How do you do that? So you can definitely use energy to buy out things that are in production, but I don't know... Since we've never done it, I don't know how. If I put this here... Okay, the button right there is how you do it. So you can rush these. It's expensive, as you might imagine, but you totally can rush these. So we'll probably do a little bit of that. We've been working to get our energy production into a better place. I think you're fine where you are, actually. You guys are now headed back in this direction, although we probably want to get another military unit out before we... Let's see. 104 production, 122. Okay, it could be here. Like another Lightning Rider? That's a lot of Cosmite, though. We kind of need to not spend Cosmite right now. Maybe we just build a normal Inspector? Okay, it doesn't actually matter what order we put those in. They'll get done. They'll both get done next turn anyway. You guys should definitely come down here and play defense. You just need to be ready to respond to enemy movement. And then over here, we're going to need like whatever defensive stuff we can build, basically. Yeah, I don't want to have to come back here or think about this place. We need to. It needs to be self-sufficient so that we can focus on this kind of stuff. Our enemy's hygiene. Oh, Secto declared war on me as well. Okay, no, he's just breaking a peaceful, breaking our non-aggression pact. Yes, Sashimoto is paving the way to planetary domination. I mean, aren't we all? Sector occupied. Sorry, I don't want to... Really? So you click on that. Where's Root Garden? This isn't even my sector. The main invasion at Tangleroot Forest. there... No. Okay, these guys moved through it. I should probably tell you that the domain invasion is where the enemies actually are, not just the first space of yours that they walked over. Okay, you guys gotta turn around and do something with that. Seriously? It just... it closed the faction demand because my unit finished their move order and I can't reopen it? Okay. She's paving the way to planetary domination. She might do this again and is not to be trusted. I don't know, man. You can really only dominate a planet once. Secto... Okay, he's doing a lot of covert operations. We checked off another thing. At least we should. This should have a check next to it. I'm not sure why it doesn't. Crude hero. A guy in a speeder bike. I don't know that we need you. I don't think we need you. Alright, let's take our inspector over here. Decline. Just not in the mood for your nonsense right now. We're very busy. Okay, can we, in the military tree, research anything that improves our cosmite output? I don't think so. And in fact, more to the point, anything that we research is going to cost us cosmite, right? So... we really can't make too much use of this. I guess we could research some new units. Like a wrecker? Sure. I'm not interested in giving you cosmite. There are a lot of things that I would be interested in giving you, but cosmite is not one of them. I mean, do we even want to try this? I kind of think we fall back, pick up our inspector, and then worry about it. Okay, set military research. I thought I had. And then production down here. Again, we want to be pretty cautious with our cosmite. I guess it's just build infrastructure type stuff. Not infrastructure, sorry, like defensive type stuff. So we want it to be difficult to overwhelm our cities. My reputation level with the Autonom has been reset, like all the way reset. It doesn't just degrade over time when you refuse to do quests for them. It completely resets. Well, that's something. Let's see if we see any potential violence here. I should probably... Alright, Secto and A are going to be at each other's throats too, which is probably good for us. We should set up some vision over here. Oh. The Psyfish are visiting weapons factories and attacking. Yeah, and they just spawned a new 6-unit army, which is totally good and fine. I can't quite visit the heavy weapons factory this turn. That's a shame. You know what? Show me somebody else and do it later. Okay, we are back at full health. But of course, goes without saying, we can't reach any of the enemy armies. Just always the way that it goes. Alright, they can arm up at the weapons factory. Okay, it's the same domain invasion. Lots of happiness for everybody, so we next turn we'll be able to start building the next tower. I should be, like I said, doing vision operations. We need to know what's going on with these two. If these are armies... like, this is something we need to know, right? We need to know what's going on down here. It's not okay for there to be armies that close to my border without me knowing what's up. Okay, it looks like Secto is maybe going after Aya's outlying areas first, or it could be that Secto is just going to run through her territory to mess with me. A low-risk battle. I'm going to auto-combat it. Okay. Shouldn't have. They totally killed one of our guys. Ooh, a binder shotgun. This is a primary weapon that can only fire once per turn, but has a pretty good chance of immobilizing and does quite a bit of damage. Hard to imagine you'd want to use a weapon that can only fire once per turn. Okay, over here we can start building an amplifier tower. Nice and far away from everybody, but like I wonder if it's better to build it far away from everybody or closer to everybody, but in a city where we're more likely to be able to defend it. Probably the latter. Keep our defensive stuff nice and tightly together. And I think we'll go ahead and build the defense turrets first, because it's going to be more than 10 turns before the third tower finishes anyway. Alright, we need to deploy a monitor. Yeah, I don't know, down here somewhere. Just keep an eye on what's going on with these dudes. Well, I don't really want you to attack anymore. I guess you can run over here and do this. And then just come back here and hang out. We can definitely take down these guys. And we'll just do overwhelming force. Because I'd like to auto-resolve this, and I want to feel relatively confident that we're not going to lose units in stupid ways. Never mind, you can just never auto-resolve anything safely. Okay, well that's annoying. Let's have the Echo Walker, I guess, jump across. We could throw, so like we lost a scavenger. We could just put a scavenger back in. Yeah, you know what, honestly, I like the composition this army had. Okay, new research. You know what we need is Cosmite production. Oh, a little later than we should have gone after it. No, not that. Not that. How do I take something out of the queue? Okay. Research this, then this. It's weird when you're adding something to the queue, you single click on it, but to start a research on something, you have to double click it. I don't know. I wish that the UI was a little bit more consistent. The interacting with the UI was a little more consistent. Yeah, we kind of need to build another flying unit here, but also I'm loath to interfere with our Cosmite supply. So let's have a look here, see what these guys are doing. Are moving armies over here. We almost certainly can't win this fight. But also it doesn't matter. Like I don't care if we lose this, but we do have to do whatever damage we can do. So they have sniper, a couple of frenzied, a pustule. All right. So pretty largely snipers. I mean, we definitely want to move quickly. If I move up to here, I'm probably shootable. This is a 9-tile range, so yeah, they'll be able to shoot me without even having to move forward. So I really don't want to run into a half-cover position like that. If I gotta be shootable, I should try to be in full cover. There's not a ton of full cover available, though, honestly. Let's have these guys. A reverse engineer. We haven't actually played with these dudes at all. So what's the deal? We have an arc blaster, so it's like an electric shotgun. Sawblade Slash is a pretty standard melee attack. You have the ability to create constructs, which we will totally do. You can do a reassemble once per battle. Okay. Well, let's make sure we're summoning the additional unit here, then. We could crawl closer. I'm not sure that I want to. It's so hard to select units. Okay, so that's the... This is the first tile where they could shoot us with their full power sniper shot. So we'll creep forward a little bit more and create our little man here. And I guess you guys just run to there. And this Overwatch is not going to trigger. I am absolutely willing to spend tactical operations here. We just got to do as much damage as possible. But they probably will 100% regenerate any damage that we do to any units that survive. So this is really about... Let's see, we even get a good shot from there, huh? This is really about killing units. You're not... Huh. Hey, when I was mousing over this, I had a green targeting indicator on those guys. It's because I had the melee attack selected. Well, if I try to fire a shot from here, I'm going to get overwatched, right? Yeah. And apparently it only has a 5% chance to hit, which I'm not 100% sure how that could be the case, so we'll just have you guys camp there. These dudes... I like run all the way around here? Just running forward and getting shot doesn't seem like all that great of a play to me. You basically can't move safely. I mean, I'm not sure what happens if they decide to just play defense as effectively as possible. I guess one thing we can do here is we can drop a bomb and thus do away with these overwatches. Yeah, let's do it. I also incidentally removed their overwatch. Okay, so one guy still has overwatch up. I'm gonna run the constructs through here to eat his overwatch. Okay. Now we can do some stuff. Unfortunately, their units have a considerable amount of health. Like, really, just a huge amount of health. Man. We can really commit here. Thing is, if I run my melee units up on their ranged units, they just hit me with their melee. Right, we don't actually get a ton of benefit out of that. You can't quite get in range. Yeah, we still don't have a good approach. There's no good approach. Run you up to here. And we gotta start getting damage on him. It would be great to kill their hero. I don't know that I think that's super feasible. He has a lot of health. He also has absorb pain up on this guy, remember? So I guess there's no sense in shooting at anybody else. If we got rid of their hero, that would be good enough, I think. That would justify our whole defensive thing here. If I move the scavengers in, they're just going to get torn apart, but if I don't move them in, they're not doing anything, so tough to say what the move is there. I guess just go for it. Stack the damage up, try to keep these guys basically all together. And you need to move up to a place where you could at least potentially do something. I don't know if we want to group right up on them, and unfortunately we have no way of knowing what their tactical operations are, so I can't know if me putting this guy here is just going to cause them to get bombed. I really do want to be as far forward as possible. Alright, well when our man here dies, we can put him back together. Okay, an interesting choice for a move. That's also interesting. Okay, they have a pounce. How does that put my guys back together thing work if the enemy is standing on the space that my guys are from? Alright, well, it feels like I would be foolish not to drop a bomb here. These guys are all vulnerable to bleed, so... Just wish we had more area attacks. Repurpose target dead unit to resupply the reverse engineer. Resets the once per battle status on both reassemble and create construct. That's pretty interesting. That has a pretty limited range. I guess we ought to do this first. Jeez, this is remarkably terrible. Yeah, we're just not able to deal damage, which is really crummy. Well, I think we probably ought to do this. We need the health regen if we're going to have any chance of getting anything done with these guys. 12 damage. I mean, it staggers people. Yeah, denying them all their action points seems pretty okay. And then we reassemble this guy. We'd have to run all the way up to here. They don't have a ton of action points left between the lot of them. Dude is definitely just going to die again, though, right? Yeah, right? He's definitely just going to die again immediately. He'll come back up with 50% HP and 1 action point. I'm going to do it. Maybe I can't. I'm right-clicking and it's not working. So maybe you just can't do it on the unit. I was hoping that it would just cause him to get up in an adjacent space, but it looks like you actually can't. So, that being the case, probably we move up and go for one of these. Unfortunately, I don't have a good chance of hitting with it from anywhere. Right here, it's not so bad, but like we definitely pay a price for moving to there. A pretty serious price. We will never get a good shot on this guy. Yeah, that sucks, man. How much health does he have right now? Ooh, I would really like to hit him. But we just can't. Because if I hit him once, we could drop him to a place where our tactical operation next turn can kill him. We can actually remove a unit from this army. I'm kind of tempted just to take it. We're probably not going to do meaningful damage with this attack to anyone. And this at least has a small chance of being really meaningful. Whereas, like, shooting this dude is never going to matter, I think. Okay, a graze is actually pretty good. Yeah, that puts him in lethal range. Okay, we have not left them with a lot of action points. They're mostly gonna do nothing of consequence. I can't help but notice how many of these guys with like one action point are able to move 2 spaces and then attack. That's pretty crummy. Oh, I think they got off of the corpse. We can probably res him now. Stupid shadow step. Okay, I think we just do this again. Just keep feeding off of them. That's a pretty powerful thing. I'm assuming the Shredder Bomb won't quite get the job done. Oh, really? He doesn't have any relevant damage reduction? He does. Oh, he's down to 6 health, though. Oh, right, because he's bleeding. Right, well, in that case, we totally will just do the Shredder Bomb. And that hero looks killable to me. We're actually having a remarkably hard time hitting him, though. I'm not 100% sure why it's so difficult. Okay, he's still in the edge of that cloud, I guess. Well, if we're going to shoot at him and res a melee unit on top of him, we should probably shoot at him first, so as not to hit our melee unit accidentally. He has 19 health left. He's going to bleed for some. He's going to bleed. We might be able to kill him with a, a vortex charge on our next turn. We're going to lose this battle, but we're going to deal significant damage to them on the way out. Provided we don't lose everything right now. Okay, they pulled some tactical operation stuff there. Don't know what that does. It looks bad, though. No, please don't finish him off. Ah. Okay, he bled to death because I think they hit him with their tactical operation. Okay, hold on. Why is my chance of hitting him just because of his cover? But he shouldn't have... Yeah, I guess because of the kind of goofy way that cover is drawn. If I'm shooting at him from here, he still benefits from this cover. Despite the fact that there's like a line that goes right along the edge of this hex here. Well, you're the only unit I have left. Okay, what I could do is drop a... Do I want it to be a vortex charge? Probably doesn't have to be a vortex charge. We could drop a Shredder Bomb here in the hopes of destroying some cover. The cover made exploding noises, but it did not actually explode. And destroying the cover will not kill him by itself. I think we just take this shot. Come on, alright. So what, we took out their hero, we took out one of the snipers and one of the melee units. That was actually massively successful. I feel really good about that. So we'll be able to come over here and drop them and reclaim this area completely trivially with just any army. They do have a lot of other stuff coming in from this side, though. Like, wow, a lot of other stuff. Actually pretty good militia here. I guess we ought to manual combat. This is going to be a loss, but again, same reasons. We don't have a lot of good... we haven't recovered any tactical points, so that's a shame. We don't really have a lot of fancy moves here. Okay, we do have a Vorpal Sniper who needs to get up behind some real cover, like, quickly. We can't make it to the actual cover, which totally sucks. What we could do is move to here. What do I think about their ranged attacks? That guy's going to be able to hit me if I move that far forward. They have a scavenger. They have a transcendent with normal attack range. Yeah, so if we run up there, we are not very safe on this first turn. For some reason, this space has cover. I don't agree that this obstacle grants cover here, but alright. I guess I'll take that one. You can run up into this. Like, we can run all the way forward with the scavengers. It's going to cause them to group up a little bit. So you'll still have action points up to here, right? I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to play way forward here. Let's take advantage of the good cover that is available to me. Hey, wasn't this guy supposed to be able to move adjacent to these things? Oh, he has to go around this dude now. Right, your units can't move through each other in this game. Your units have no interest in stepping aside to allow the other ones to pass. Let's move forward to here and buff. And you don't really have anything meaningful that you can do. Okay. So Secto has a lot of units in total. Alright, interesting. Seems like a pretty bad grenade to me. That flying unit apparently does huge amounts of damage. Something we're going to have to worry about. I was gonna say, boy, they sure do always hit with all of their stuff, huh? Nice to see that every once in a while their hit chances look like mine. Alright, well... it's way better for us to claw slash this guy than to claw slash the other melee dude. There's still some cover to be had here. I am definitely going to early Shredder Bomb right there. Okay, we got some good bleeds. Do I even want to bother with the reassemble? I guess I moved on top of my guy already. I would love to get rid of that dude. I'm not sure why... 38%, huh? I could move over and probably get rid of the long range penalty. Yeah, alright. That'll have to do. That's something. Will not be able to get close enough to get in the arc lightning. I mean, what I really want to do is shoot this guy down, right? But I'm not going to be able to. We can get over to here and get a pretty good shot at somebody, but we're just going to die immediately afterward. I'm going to get over here. And then the question is, do we saw this guy in half, or do we create a construct Cannot create a construct in that space. That is not standable. I think we create a construct to create some targeting confusion. And if they don't destroy it, we definitely use the self-destruct immediately. We have to move this guy up because we need to be able to potentially chain lightning people, or not chain lightning, but lightning explosion people next turn. So we're moving forward to just take some pot shots right now. And it sure does suck that they have positioned themselves such that we cannot reasonably shoot this guy twice. I think I might do this. We're likely to get, yeah, like a good hit. And then this allows me to kill this guy with the Inspector rather than having the Inspector like heal or anything. I think I'm fine trading out my Inspector for the kill. The kill that we are not guaranteed by any means, but okay, that's not too bad. We removed an enemy unit this turn. They're going to group up nicely for us and then spend their hero killing one of our least consequential units, which I really appreciate. That guy shadow stepped in place and then didn't do anything. Okay, 100% critical hit rate. Because of course, why wouldn't you have that? We can get some pretty good melee damage here. And then how does self-destruct work? It's 20 damage to all adjacent units. So 20 damage is not going to do it. Claw Strike is repeating, but he really can't move very far. Alright, let's heal back up. Take a chunk out of this ranged unit. And then we're very doomed. Kind of want to just run over here and blow up. And, like, the most important thing is getting rid of this guy now, right? That's probably the last kill that we'll be able to get. Alright, I do like to see that. So that puts him down to 19 with 3 points of damage reduction. So we don't expect an explosion will actually kill him, but if we do it right here, the absorbed pain will finish the job, won't it? I think so. Yeah. And we don't deal damage to their hero that way, but it doesn't matter, because we're not going to deal any meaningful damage to their hero before we die anyway. Yeah, he's just going to run over and melee our dude for 400 damage. Okay, we probably can't do anything else meaningful. Yeah, we're just dead. I'll just stack up some damage on some guy. Maybe he won't heal it all off in a single turn. Alright, well, we got rid of a couple of things there. It's not awesome, but Transcendent is very annoying, so it's a good unit to kill. And they have... Wow, they just have all of the movement in the universe, huh? They have what I would describe as a suspicious amount of movement. I wish my units moved that fast. Alright, well... Of course, they come out of the shadows to catch us without any towers up. Because it would have to be in one turn, right? So Unleashed, Scavenger, Frenzied. A hero with some kind of ranged weapon? Yeah, okay. A Malady. And then also some other guys over here. Well, I mean, we don't really have a lot of, like, we don't have a lot of play here. Unfortunately, the militia versions of our units don't have all their fancy equipment. So we're not going to be able to run through walls or anything. And yeah, we just don't have a lot to do. I don't even know if it's worth... It's probably not even worth doing the charge this turn, because I don't think they'll be in range to fight next turn. We don't really... Like, we don't have enough ranged units to really even take advantage of the high ground here. Yeah, this sucks. I guess going to Overwatch, this would be a good turn for you to Arc Charge. Units with shotguns don't get to Overwatch. Yeah, I guess actually I want to commit this guy over here instead, because I do want to put together the constructs this turn. And aside from that, we're all just sitting here waiting, I think. We'll charge up. I have to wait for that whole thing to play out before I'm allowed to touch any of my other units. Seems like it's a weird oversight. Okay. Cool, technical operations. Boy, their units can really move. Alright, I don't know exactly what's going to happen when we lose this battle, and of course we're disabled. Static charge for one turn. Wait, why are we disabled? Oh, because he's staggered. He can't use that shot ability. And then the game would rather start your turn with something that you can't do selected, than just like move over and select something sensible. Okay, flying unit. Like, this seems like a pretty good time for one of these. And then... and we gotta start dealing damage, right? We can do this and regen some health. Trying to figure out if I think we can take that hero down with all of the absorb pain stuff and everything. Man, what are we gonna do? We have to kill something this turn. We definitely have to lower the number of enemies we're looking at. We can wake this scavenger up, but I'm not sure that it actually helps us very much. You are joking. Man, that really sucks. Now I have to spend another entire attack on getting rid of that dude. This wouldn't be such a problem if we had any tactical points left. I was not expecting them to be able to run 15 units out of the shadows and attack me in 3 separate places in the same turn. Well, we do have strategic operations that teleport guys around the map, that teleport guys back home. I'm not sure what what that actually means, if these dudes are allowed to take our home base, so to speak. I guess we're going to find out, and maybe we will just lose this game. I do feel like we have a pretty good handle on what it is to win a Doomsday victory now, and also how easy it is to take out a player when they declare war on you. So even if we do lose this game, I think we learned a lot. I think this has been a valuable experience. Boy, what is... So when we're in a situation like this, where we're clearly going to lose this battle and almost certainly going to lose this game, it's tempting, it's very easy to get all despairing. But in this situation, as in all others, we really have to think, what is the best move? If we were going to be able to win, if there was some way that could happen, what would be the things that we would have to do to make that possible? I think let's fall back. Let's let them bottleneck on the ramp a little bit. So we'll cut our sniper free. This thing where the sniper is never ever allowed to have 3 action points definitely hurts us. Try to fall back to real cover here. He shoots our reverse engineer in the back. Okay, I was going to say, I will be very disappointed. Is it better for me to just throw a heal this turn? And if so, what is the range on the heal? It is only 3, so we can only go this far back. I kind of think a heal on the reverse engineer is wasted. Yeah, let's just do damage, I guess. Okay, that was pretty nice. If we have any units survive this round at all, we can probably finish that dude off. Ow. Alright, I'm dead, but so are you. The spite kill. See, I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen here in terms of affecting our ability to use that operation and stuff. It does hurt our energy generation, that's for sure. Hold on. So we have these guys over here. Hold on, let's look at that operation. Emergency redeploy to the capital colony and gives all units fast movement. Let's start priming that. What is our capital colony now, though? How do I know? Because it was pretty obvious with this one, it being the first one. It doesn't actually look like there's a marker. Are we just considered to not have a capital rather than having a different capital now? We've produced some improved military infrastructure in a couple of places. I mean, this is pretty harsh. So the Psyfish are producing 9 units every 2 turns, it seems like. If we fall back away from this front, we're definitely just going to get overrun by them. Secto was not, in fact, attacking Ea. He was just routing units through Ea's territory for no reason, because that's a longer path than it would have been for them to just come from his territory into mine. And he has... one, we can't really see over here anymore, but I think, 6 and 5 or something? 6 and 4? So 11, 20-ish units that we're going to have to fight. And I mean, we're not exactly out of military power, but it's definitely concerning. Well, I'll tell you what. This is probably a pretty good place to stop for today. You know what this is? This is the end of the second act. Things look grim. It seems like the wonderful Doomsday Towers may never see the light of day. But do not give up hope, faithful viewers. Come back next time, tomorrow, to see how the Assembly manages to worm their way out of this. Because worm we shall. And we'll see you then.